7:15 a.m., police arrived outside the apartment, and right away it was clear something terrible happened. Jodi's new red Mazda Miata was still parked outside the building. Besides, it showed unmistakable signs of a struggle. There were drag marks on the pavement. Jodi's car key was bent, and her high heels, blow-dryer, and earrings lay scattered on the ground. Investigators even found a partial palm print on the vehicle. Nothing looked out of place inside her apartment, leaving officers to believe that whoever attacked Jodi did so while she was unlocking her car door.
This episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Hey, listeners and viewers, let's talk about surfing the web. We all love the freedom the internet offers, but it's essential to remember the importance of online security and privacy. That's where our favorite tool, ExpressVPN, comes in. ExpressVPN provides a layer of protection that keeps our personal data secure and private. It's especially crucial when we're shopping online or using public Wi-Fi, ensuring our passwords, email, and sensitive information remain our own. It's super easy to use. You just open the app, click to connect, and voila, your connection is secure, your IP address is masked. This level of encryption is a game changer, allowing us to browse, stream, and work worry-free. And let's not forget the speed. ExpressVPN is incredibly fast, avoiding the lag and buffering we all dread. It's especially great for those of us who love streaming our favorite shows and movies. No more geo restrictions or content limitations. Plus, the versatility is impressive. It works on every device, phones, laptops, even routers. So everyone who's connected to your network is automatically protected. Customer support is also phenomenal. They're available 24/7 to help you with anything you need. It's genuinely a comprehensive service. We can't emphasize enough the importance of protecting your online presence. Internet security is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And ExpressVPN is a powerful tool in maintaining your online privacy. Use the link in the description and sign up today and explore the different plans available. Find the one that suits your needs and start browsing the internet with peace of mind, knowing you're protected with the best. Secure your internet, enjoy your freedom, and let ExpressVPN be your companion in the digital world.
In today's episode, we'd like to remind you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Just search True Crime Never Sleeps Podcast. Without further ado, let's dive in today's Cold Case Friday episode, the suspicious disappearance of Jodi Huisentruit. The disappearance of a beloved news anchor remains unsolved to this day. Some claim that the authorities covered up what happened, and there is currently a $25,000 reward for the location of Jodi's remains. On June 5th, 1968, in Lone Prairie, Minnesota, the family of Maurice and Imogen Huisentruit grew with the birth of their youngest daughter, Jodi. In high school, Jodi found a love for golfing and was considered a promising talent. Her team won back-to-back Class A tournaments in 1985 and 86. After high school, Jodi went to St. Cloud State University, studying mass communications and speech communication. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1990. Her first job was with Northwest Airlines, but her career in the news began with CBS affiliate KGAN in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She would work as the Iowa City bureau chief for a little while before moving back to Minnesota for a job with ABC affiliate KSAX in Alexandria. Her final job came in 1993 when she returned to Iowa to work as a television news anchor, CBS affiliate KIMT in Mason City. On June 26, 1995, Jodi and her friends had just returned from a water skiing trip, Iowa City. It was around 9 a.m. when Jodi attended the annual Mason City Chamber of Commerce golf tournament fundraiser. She and the rest of her golf team briefly played at the Highland Park golf course until they were rained out. They went to socialize at the clubhouse. Around mid-afternoon, Jodi headed home to change into dry clothes before attending an awards dinner at the Mason City Country Club. During dinner, Jodi told her friends about her annoyance towards the random phone calls she had been getting. She planned on changing her phone number to stop them. By 8 p.m., Jodi left the dinner, calling her friend in Mississippi while traveling back home. The friend's husband later described Jodi as sounding cheerful. After this, the rest of her Monday is unclear. But a friend, John, told police that Jodi went to his home that evening. He showed her the videotape he had taken of her surprise 27th birthday that he had hosted earlier in the month. The following morning, around 3 a.m. on June 27th, Jodi wasn't at work like she was meant to be. When an hour passed and Jodi still wasn't at work, producer Amy Kunz called her. Thankfully, Jodi was alright. She had simply overslept and would immediately make the 5-minute drive from her apartment. Despite her promise of being there shortly, Jodi didn't show. 5 a.m. passed, then 6 a.m. came. Amy had to anchor the hour-long newscast, Daybreak, for Jodi. Once that was over and Jodi still wasn't at work, staff contacted Mason City Police, requesting them to perform a welfare check. Around 7:15 a.m., police arrived outside the apartment, and right away it was clear something terrible happened. Jodi's new red Mazda Miata was still parked outside the building. Besides, it showed unmistakable signs of a struggle. There were drag marks on the pavement, Jodi's car key was bent, and her high heels, blow dryer, and earrings lay scattered on the ground. Investigators even found a partial palm print on the vehicle. Nothing looked out of place inside her apartment, leading officers to believe that whoever attacked Jodi did so while she was unlocking her car door. Interviews from neighbors revealed several of them had heard a woman scream around 4:30 a.m. They didn't think much of it and decided against calling the police. A person that lived up the street from the apartment complex reported seeing a light-colored mid-80s Ford Econoline van parked in the lot with the lights on and engine running as he drove by at 4:30 a.m. John Bancis arrived at the crime scene, telling the police about the evening before when Jodi went to his home, the previous weekend of water skiing in Iowa City, that he, Jodi, and a few other friends went on. Search teams were assembled within hours of the initial call, and the immediate area was searched. That would expand to a further 2 miles. They found nothing. Jodi had vanished from beside her car in the early morning hours without any solid evidence left behind. In September, the Huisentruit family hired a private investigator from McCarthy & Associates Investigative Services Incorporated from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They would enlist the help of Omaha, Nebraska-based private investigator Doug Jossa. McCarthy and Jossa appeared on national TV shows including America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries. In November, McCarthy, Jossa, and Jodi's family traveled to Los Angeles, California to meet with 3 prominent psychics. The meetings was televised and served as the pilot episode for Psychic Detectives. All of the shows generated leads, but none would result in any concrete evidence or a suspect. In May 1996, around 100 volunteers searched part of Cerro Gordo County, leaving behind flags that they deemed suspicious. Law enforcement then went through every flagged site and searched the area. Once again, no solid evidence was located. Throughout the entire investigation, police and private investigators conducted over 100 interviews, but none resulted in a single piece of conclusive evidence. After 6 years of nothing, Jodi Huisentruit was legally declared dead in May 2001. The FindJodi.com site was created in 2003 by Minnesota and TV journalists John Benson and Gary Peterson. Their goal was to keep Jodi's case in the spotlight and serve as a clearinghouse for tips. Their goal was aided by the arrival of the 10th anniversary of Jodi's disappearance. The media began recirculating the case. In one of the interviews she did at this point in time, Jodi's mother said she believed her daughter was at the bottom of a lake near her home. Similarly, Jodi's cousins revealed their theory that Jodi was being stalked by a man who kidnapped her. The next event in the case came in early June 2008 when 84 photocopied pages of Jodi's personal journal were mailed to local papers. Mason City Globe-Gazette received a large envelope with no return address and a June 4th postmark from Waterloo. The original diary is in possession of law enforcement and had been since the beginning of the case, meaning someone within the force leaked the pages. Just days after Mason City Police revealed that the sender came forward, she was the wife of a former Mason City Police chief. He had taken a copy of the journal home when he had left the office. No motive was given as to why the wife sent the documents. In December 2016, an opinion piece was written for the Northwest Iowa Review. The author was a retiring state representative, John Cooker of Sioux County, He described his experience with the case as a member of the Iowa State House Public Safety Committee, and in the piece, he suggested that Jodi's disappearance was subjected to a cover-up by Mason City officials. Not much else followed this, but in the following March, the first search warrant was in the case was issued. The warrant was for the GPS of 2 vehicles owned by John Vance's. As of 2020, the Mason City Police Department and the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation are still investigating Jodi's disappearance. Find Jodi also launched a podcast by the same name to try and garner a new audience to share the information with. And in 2022, ABC 2020 debuted a new special, Gone at Dawn, overviewing Jodi's disappearance and re-interviewed those close to her. This was the 3rd time ABC's 2020 included Jodi's disappearance on the show. With permission of Jodi's sister, private investigator Steve Ridge set a reward of $25,000 for any information that leads to the recovery of Jodi's remains. The reward does not require an arrest or conviction. This came in February 2023 and is still active to this day. Ridge asked any information be directed to the Mason City Police Department at 641-421-3636. That number, if you have information, is 641-421-3636. Now let us know your theories in the comments section below in this case. Is there something we got wrong, something we got right? Let me know. And of course, keep the conversation going in the comments section with your theories, comments, concerns. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TCNS. Your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, and be able to take this show on the road. We'd love to be able to live stream episodes from places like Mason City, California, crime scenes in New York, Chicago, Texas, Florida, and your support can help make that happen. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.